Hmm. Hello, students. So today's topic is mercury pollution. This is from fourth module. So mercury is a heavy metal, and all of you know that it is a liquid, and it is also known as quicksilver. Its atomic weight is 80. Showing incorrect password. What is this?
লিঙ্কটা মারতে পারে অন্যরা তো জয়েন করেছে
Hmm?
অন্যরা তো জয়েন করেছে
Hmm. So it is mercury, like all other heavy metals. It is very hazardous metal for human health, and as far as environment is concerned, it has high toxicity, and it has a high tendency to bioaccumulate in human body. So am I audible to all of you? If not audible, you can ask me or you can message me. So mercury is a very dangerous metal, but later it is discovered that how dangerous it is. So elemental mercury is available in various forms. It is elemental and in the compound form also. It is, all of you know that any metal we get from the earth crust, and its ore is cinnabar, mercuric sulfide. Its specific gravity and electrical conductivity is high, and that's why what happens, it has a very good catalytic property also, and that's why it is used in various industries and used for various purposes. And mostly chemical plants like chloralkali plants and various manufacturing of the chemicals like acetaldehyde, acetone, or any other kind of chemicals, mercury is used as catalyst. And as all of you know that where we use mercury is most widely used equipment is thermometer, barometer, and fluorescent bulbs. Okay. So inappropriate earlier days, what we were doing when we do not have any knowledge about the heavy metal toxicity, and we were not knowing that how to dispose our waste, day to day waste. So we were disposing it of very inappropriately, and that's why for a long time the mercury has been mixed in the soil, and it is still there in the soil. In Taiwan also, one incident occurred where mercury spilling took place, and due to some leakages from the ship and some accidents, mercury containing chemicals have contaminated soil at several sites. Injuries by mercury toxicity also have been observed in Japan, Iraq, Pakistan, and some places in USA. But the most interesting story of mercury pollution and mercury injury is related to the country Japan. That I will tell you later. So you see that how mercury is coming, or we are getting contaminated with the mercury. So how mercury enters into the environment is, mercury is very easily gets evaporated, or it is highly volatile. So any source of mercury, like when we are doing mining of mercury, mercury sulfide or mercury vapors goes up into the air, and from various sources, where from the industries or from the mining places, it goes up into the air, and then when it rains, it gets deposited in the ground and the soil. So emissions also occur from the industry, mercury emissions. So this is the cycle of mercury pollution. Now here the interesting thing, you can see that it is related, like lake, ocean, these two things are very very important. And atmospheric deposition is occurring in the lake and the ocean, and you can see the fishes gets highly contaminated with mercury. Now here what happens is, mercury, as I have told you, mercury form is inorganic form and organic form and elemental form. All three forms mercury is very very dangerous. Now organic form is called as, remember, methyl mercury. So mercury when gets deposited in the water, it is transformed into methyl mercury due to the presence of the microorganisms which are present in water and in presence of sunlight. This methyl mercury is absorbed by the fish, and methyl mercury gets deposited in the fish head. Okay, so this methyl mercury is as good as poison. So most mercury poison is occurs due to the contamination with methyl mercury, as well as the inorganic mercury and the elemental mercury. So this is the most dangerous part of mercury pollution. Now here you can see one more thing, that methyl mercury, always remember, methyl mercury compound, inorganic compound, consists of methyl and mercury. It is highly toxic substance, and you can note down that it is a neurotoxin. It damages the brain. It is a byproduct produced from the mercury sulfate. Now here is a story. You can see this chart. Here what happened, in the in Japan, there is a city called near the lake Minamata. Okay, so here in this city, Minamata city, there was various industries set up near the side of the lake and the rivers, and one of the industry which was producing acetaldehyde, acetic acid, and other derivatives like ethyl acetate and acetone, as well as PVC, polyvinyl chloride. This industry, by when it was producing all these chemicals, they were using mercury sulfate as a catalyst and mercury chloride as a catalyst for manufacture of the different chemicals. So in the year 1956, remember, in the year 1956, first patient, she was a very small child. She came to hospital with peculiar problems, like she was not able to speak properly and she was not able to walk properly. So doctors could not recognize that what is the problem with the small girl. Then slowly, within a week, another 10 patients with the same complication came and reported into the hospital. Then the doctors started thinking that whether it is a neurological problem, how this neurological problem occurred, and actually what is the origin of the disease, why this disease is occurring. It is just like our present situation. So from 1956 to 1959, 3 years passed, and doctors could not understand properly that what is the problem. When near 1959, they could understood that in these 3 years, but they could understood that this may be the poisoning of mercury. Maybe somewhere they have traced all the things, like where these patients are coming from, what are their food habit, and it has been seen that all the patients who are coming with the same kind of complications are eating fish, and the source of the fish was the Minamata river. So slowly they could understand that the industrial effluents which are going to the river or the lake, there something is happening and the fishes are contaminated, and somehow the human beings in that area are getting contaminated with some kind of poison. And later on, near 1959, they have started observing that many fishes are also uh, dying, and they are just coming and depositing over the riverside. So they have got many dead fishes also. So then again investigation started, but 10 years passed. After the 10 years, then people got some seriousness about the disease, and they have traced that this particular industry which is manufacturing acetaldehyde, acetic acid and other chemicals are using mercuric sulfate, mercury chloride as the catalyst, and that is the main source of the mercury pollution in the river water, which is getting converted into methyl mercury, which is the most dangerous or poisonous form of the mercury. And then that industry or that plant has got closed, and some compensation has to be given to the patients who have got this kind of disease and got contaminated with that lake. And slowly by that method only it has come that we could know that the mercury is so poisonous, and uh, uh, we should avoid use of mercury, or when we are using mercury we should be very very careful. Now see that mercury is used in, all of you know that the sources are of two kinds. One is the man-made source or the anthropogenic source, another is the natural source. So mercury is used in various kind of medical devices like thermometers, then blood pressure checking, sphygmomanometers, manometers, simply manometers, and then barometers, all kind of meters we are using mercury. Then float valves also use mercury. We need to use mercury in this apparatus, no other choice. So mercury switches, then fluorescent lamps, then various kind of batteries, mainly secondary batteries are using mercury. And these dental fillings, if we are getting caries in our teeth, the fillings are made up of mercury or the amalgams. Then chloralkali industry, this requires mercury. Production of zinc, steel and other metals, cement production, cement factories use mercury. Then mercury comes out from the thermal power plant due to the burning of the coal. From the gold mining, wherever there is gold there is some compound of mercury available. Then the medical waste or biomedical waste incinerators also using mercury or producing the mercury vapors or mercury fumes. Then natural sources include, see, when we are getting these volcanic eruptions releases mercury, so that is the natural source of mercury poisoning. Then land emissions are usually observed in the regions where soils are enriched with minerals such as cinnabar. Cinnabar is the ore of mercury containing mercury sulfide. This mercury is released by either natural weathering of the rocks or by geothermal reactions. And then degradation of various minerals also produces mercury. So mercury is poisonous in all forms like inorganic, organic or elemental form. As I have already told you, methyl mercury is neurotoxin. This is very very important to remember. It can damage the developing brain, that is for the children it is very very dangerous. It can damage the developing brain as it crosses the placental and blood brain barrier easily. The fetus, if exposed to mercury, shows autism. I think all of you are aware about autism. The child is born abnormal. The symptoms of mercury poisoning depend on the type of the mercury, whether it is inorganic, organic, or elemental. Then dose of mercury, how much mercury we are absorbing or inhaling, that dose, how much amount of mercury is going inside our body every day, and how long we are exposed towards the mercury pollution. Now see that how these kind of heavy metals goes inside our body, like through your food it can go, like if the soil is polluted with mercury, on the soil whatever vegetable you are growing, that vegetable may contain mercury and you can get contaminated with mercury. So through food, through water, through air, okay, atmospheric pollution, lots of mercury vapor is there, you are residing near the area where the mercury mining is going on, or some industries which is using mercury, you are residing in that area, or you are working in a battery industry. So there are various kind of methods or the routes through which mercury enters into our body. And then if regularly some person is working in an industry where we have to use the mercury, so the duration of the exposure getting more. So mercury can be absorbed through the skin also, through the skin also it can go inside your body, can contaminate the blood. And as I have told in my previous classes that heavy metal has a specific gravity which is 5 times more than water. So this kind of heavy metals can precipitate very easily and gets deposited on your tissues and cells. Therefore, it is very, very important that we avoid any kind of source which contains heavy metals. So mercury may include muscle weakness. Now see, when the mercury poisoning occurs, mercury poisoning means poisoning when it occurs, when the concentration of the mercury in the blood crosses a certain level. That certain level means, okay, we have mercury in our body, it is under control. Okay, very small amount of mercury is present in our body, so it will not cause any kind of damage or a huge damage. But if it crosses a limit, the concentration crosses a limit, then the poisoning starts. And once the mercury poisoning starts, then it can cause muscle weakness, poor coordination. That is, when you are walking or doing some work, you will not be coordinate your legs and hands properly. You cannot move your legs and hands properly. Then numbness in the hands and feet, then skin rashes, various kind of allergies can occur, then anxiety, memory problems, you may be become forgetful, then trouble in speaking, trouble in hearing, or trouble in seeing. Anything ENT goes wrong. So high level exposure of methyl mercury is known as Minamata disease. So all of you know now that why this disease is known as Minamata disease, because it came from that city and that river, that Minamata river. Some fishes died, and the people who ate those fishes got a disease. That disease caused poor coordination, muscle weakness, then trouble in speaking, hearing, etc. So ultimately the disease got the name Minamata. Now if Minamata disease occurs due to the methyl mercury poisoning, then what happens? You can see this picture. This is a very famous picture. That is one girl, a young girl, got all her, you can see how his hands have gone crumbled, and she was not able to move her hand, feet, and she was completely paralyzed, lying on her bed, and she was in coma for a long time, and ultimately she died. So this is the situation, or in this way a human being suffers if he or she gets the Minamata disease. So symptoms of the Minamata disease, which is caused by mercury poisoning, are muscle weakness, damage to hearing, vision and speech, crippling hands and feet. You can see from the picture, and in extreme cases, it is paralysis, then coma, and then death of the person. So, mercury poisoning is so dangerous. Now, see how we can get exposed to mercury. So, the people who are eating fish are at the high risk. The people who are eating sea fish are at much more higher risk. Shellfish or the sea fish, any kind of fish gets contaminated with mercury. And nowadays, since the ocean and rivers all are polluted, there is a high chance that all the fishes are contaminated with mercury. The levels of methyl mercury in fish and shellfish depends on where the fish live, how long they are living in that ocean or the river, whether in the nearby the ocean or the river there are industrial areas, whether those industries are using mercury, whether some people are coming and just dumping the mercury product and the mercury near the seashore. That is also very, very important. Okay, then fish and shellfish are the main sources of methyl mercury exposure to humans. This is very important. Now you understand elemental mercury also, if it is getting discharged in water through the industrial effluents, that elemental mercury, when it comes in contact with the microorganisms present in the river water or sea water and in the presence of the sunlight, gets converted into methyl mercury or the most poisonous form. Then these things I have already told you, that effect of mercury, what happens, what are the age of the person, that is also very important. Adult and children are at high risk, as well as the unborn child is also at high risk. And the route of exposure is inhalation, ingestion, that is absorbed through the skin, dermal contact, etc. Then see the ecological effect of mercury, or the effect of mercury on human health and environment. See, uh, human eat fish, also birds eat fish. Okay, these are the two kind of creatures who are eating fish. Big fish eat small fish, and some predators that eat fish eating animals are also at high risk. At high levels of exposure, methyl mercury's harmful effects on these animals include death, reduced reproduction, that is the infertility problem, slower growth and development, that is the child becomes abnormal, etc. Now, in the extreme cases, this is very important, health hazards due to mercury poisoning. In the extreme cases, mercury poisoning is high, then insanity, that is a person may go mad, paralysis, coma, and death follow within weeks of onset of the symptoms. A congenital form of the disease can also affect fetuses in the womb. Methyl mercury exposure in the children may result in acrodynia, that is pink disease. This is also important. Pink disease is the skin becomes pink and it peels off. Methyl mercury is formed from inorganic mercury by the action of microbes that live in aquatic systems, including lakes, rivers, etc., and also the sediments and in the open ocean. Long term complications may include kidney problems and decreased intelligence. The young children who gets mercury poisoning may become very dull. His or her IQ level may become very low, and they will be very slow learner. So anytime if a child is a slow learner, not able to study properly in a class, showing some kind of abnormal behavior, then the history should be checked. We should go back that where he resided and what is his eating habit, what about his parents, whether they are working in a industry which deals with some kind of heavy metal. So many things are there due to which a child may become a slow learner or dull and with having low intelligent quotient. Okay, mercury can also trigger depression, suicidal tendency, paralysis, kidney failure, Alzheimer's disease, speech and vision impairment, allergies, infertility, etc. These are all serious problems. Even depression to suicidal tendency may also occur due to mercury pollution, and that's why this kind of pollution we should be aware of it, we should know it, and we should give a serious thought to it. Even a minuscule increase in methyl mercury exposures may adversely affect the cardiovascular system. It is also possible carcinogen for humans. So mercury may cause cancer also. So all kinds of bad things which can uh, happen to a human being occurs from the mercury poisoning. So how to control? So control means we'll have to cut the sources. Like if you are using thermometers, we can replace the mercury of the thermometers, pygmomanometers, and nowadays all of you may have noticed that we have replaced mercury with some kind of alcohol and one more compound which is called as Galveston field glass thermometers and IR based electronic instruments which can note our body temperature. Then mechanical pressure gauges and electronic strain gauge sensors have replaced mercury. Sphygmomanometers. Sphygmomanometers are also replaced. We are not nowadays using this mercury in this apparatus. And then the thing is that we should create awareness. How to control means we should create awareness to the people. We should behave like educated people and should become serious. We must reject the use of mercury in various industries. The batteries which uses mercury must be replaced by less harmful materials. Only the awareness and research can reduce the spread of mercury in the atmosphere. So this is all about the mercury pollution. So if you have any question, ask me. Shall I repeat the PPTs? Okay. See, I am repeating PPTs now. Can you see the screen properly? Can you see the screen properly? Screen is visible. I am repeating the PPTs. This is about the mercury production. Mercury used as catalyst in various industries, which caused Minamata disease. Mercury is used in use of the mercury or source of the mercury. This slide is important. This is the natural source of mercury, volcanic eruptions and the mining and degradation of the minerals. Then mercury is poisonous. The effect or health hazards of mercury pollution. This is for the Minamata disease due to the methyl mercury pollution. So mercury poisoning occurs due to the doses and how long the exposure is, what is the eating habit or the food habit. The age of the person is also very important. Then route of exposure is inhalation, ingestion, dermal contact, etc. Health hazards due to mercury poisoning. And then control measures. Okay, this is all about mercury poisoning. I am coming back within 15 minutes for coming back within, yeah, you be there. I am sending one more link for lead poisoning. Okay, just wait. আরেকটা